Bonjour, ça va? Welcome to our friends in France, in the wider Europe, and across the world who have tuned in to this Connecting Day Ethiopia. Connecting Day Ethiopia is the 6th installment in the wider African Connecting Days. So far there have been 5, and we look forward to other countries being profiled. My name is Dr Ermias KEBEDE. I am the Public Sector Manager in THORNTON, Ethiopia, but I also have responsibilities for business development. THORNTON is a global firm, top 6 in accounting and advisory. It has over 100 years history, first established in 1904 in Oxford, England, as Thornton and Thornton. We then see in 1924 Alexander Grant and Company, established in Chicago, USA. It isn't until 1979 that they then form Grant Thornton Global Advisory Service. In 2013, Grant Thornton entered Ethiopia. But Grant Thornton Ethiopia's history goes back further than that. We have been operating for over 4 decades in Ethiopia as an advisory firm known as A.W. Thomas. A.W. Thomas was started by a British consultant, Anthony Thomas, who came during the Emperor's time and stayed in Ethiopia and had a special exemption to work within the audit sector. It is now taken over by MSC Auditors Partnership, which is a sister company of Grant Thornton Ethiopia. Altogether, Grant Thornton Ethiopia, including the audit side, has about 100 people, and thus we are the largest audit and advisory firm within Ethiopia, and the only of the top 6 to be based on the ground in Ethiopia. We have a wide service offering, which includes transaction advisory service, human capital service, tax advisory, company secretarial service, and so on. What we will do is we'll look at how Grant Thornton supports companies based in Ethiopia and also international companies and international investors looking to start doing business in Ethiopia. We have a wide array of advisory services that can support you in looking at investment opportunities in Ethiopia. Now, myself, my background is mainly in the UK civil service, where I worked in the Ministry of Defence and the Department for Transport. Before that, I worked for a French company, a multinational French company, Thales, as my first experience in employment. But in the last couple of years, I have looked to transition to Ethiopia, and as part of that, in 2019 to 2020, I worked at the Ministry of Finance, looking at the homegrown economic reforms and also rail sector reforms. So I know a bit about the trajectory that Ethiopia is going to. And it's an exciting trajectory in which it is the right time for those looking to invest in Ethiopia to enter the market. The government has put a number of reform plans to make it easier for investors to come in. The Ethiopian Investment Commission being one of your first places that you should go to. Grant Thornton Ethiopia provides services that makes it easy for you in engaging in the different registration, licensing, and establishment requirements within Ethiopia. Let's now look at a video from our advisory partner who gives us the journey for an investor in registering a company.
Let's now look at the investor journey when doing business in Ethiopia. There are 3 simple steps to the investor's journey here in Ethiopia. 1, you will need to provide your business plan and company establishment background to the Ethiopian Investment Commission, EIC, in Ethiopia. Number 2, you will need to register your company, including company name, office space, and bank account, including deposit to the minimum required amount, which is between 150 and 200,000 US dollar. And the third step is to get a tax identification number from the Ministry of Revenue and provide this to the Ethiopian Investment Commission along with the bank and the permanent office address details. Now, your investment permit or registration will be issued to you straight away from the Investment Commission if you are a service company, or when you have confirmed to have planted your equipment if you are in the manufacturing sector.
So that was Mr. Ermias KEBEDE, our advisory partner. He took you through the journey to register in Ethiopia. As you can see, there are a number of steps, and sometimes it can be complex and it can be difficult. And that's why THORNTON Ethiopia is there to support you in that journey. Now, investment in Ethiopia is ripe right now. Ethiopia is opening up and liberalizing a lot of its sectors. This includes the infrastructure sector, telecommunications, and other sectors which are important to the country. Now, foreign investors used to be restricted in quite a few areas, but now Ethiopia is opening up and is ready to do business with those who wish to invest in the country. Now, to make sure that you have the right advice, let's go again to our advisory partner, Ermias KEBEDE, who has a wide experience in Ethiopia, who has previously worked as the CEO of the Ethiopian Commodity Exchange. He has also been the founding member of Zemen Bank, one of the leading banks in Ethiopia, and has a wide variety of knowledge of the financial sector within Ethiopia. So let's go to him for 5 key tips that you should go to understand how to invest in Ethiopia.
Number 1, focus on your core business. In Ethiopia, it's very easy to get distracted. There are a lot of things happening, a lot of attractive opportunities. Focus on the core business. One of the things you could do is to outsource auxiliary services. It's impossible to do all in one in Ethiopia, and it's easy to make mistakes. Whereas if you focus on your core business and outsource the rest of the auxiliary services for your businesses, your success rate will be highly enhanced. Number 2, take very good tax advice. In Ethiopia, the tax regulation is very complex. Some of them often get changed, and it's very difficult to start on the right foot. So it's super important that when you're thinking about investing in Ethiopia, you make sure that you get a very good tax advisor on your side. This will make your life much more easier, your relationship with authorities will be smoother, and you remain focused on your core business. Number 3, partnering with the government. There are a number of public-private opportunities in Ethiopia. PPP projects are going to be announced. There are going to be numerous opportunities to work with the government in Ethiopia. Working with the government is not going to be easy. So becoming a partner with the government, you need to keep in mind that you need to be the right partner to work with the government. Your reputation in Ethiopia is your platinum card to succeed. Once you get that right, your success and future opportunities will flourish. So focus on working with the government with the right attitude and in partnership mode. Number 4, identify your local partners. In Ethiopia, it's very difficult to work because the market is not yet matured. Therefore, it's very essential that you identify your local partners on the ground. You need to understand the business. You need to get full insight of the opportunity. You need to know how to do it. Take as much advice as possible, but most importantly, take it from the right people. It's essential that you get your local due diligence in place, making sure that you have the right knowledge and you're executing at the right pace in the right way. In doing that, it's super important that you have the right local partner before you engage in Ethiopia. Number 5, Ethiopia is going through enormous transformation. It requires managed expectation. In Ethiopia, the opportunities in the public sector, in the private sector, the public-private partnership, it's all surrounded by an enormous population, over 70% of the population under the age of 25. This is going to be an enormous opportunity to do business. What's important is, however, is to be careful with what you will be doing and what you will be expecting from Ethiopia. This country is, for the first time, opening up its financial sectors, it's opening up its logistics sector, it's opening up aviation. The whole idea of enterprise management from state-owned perspective to private sector is being reintroduced for the first time. However, this requires a pinch of wisdom in terms of what you're expecting. Expectation in Ethiopia has to be modest. There's a lot of work to be done, and therefore things might not happen as planned. However, it offers one of the last frontier in doing business in the world, primarily as a gateway to Africa.
That was Ermias's 5 top tips. I hope they will prove useful for you. What I want to leave you with is the fact that Ethiopia is ready, it's open, and it's the right time to invest. Ignore the noise, focus on your task, focus on what you can bring to the country and how you can benefit yourself as well as the country, and focus on making sure that you have the right advice available to you, and THORNTON Ethiopia is ready to support you in your journey. Thank you very much.